Fortunately, Steve is okay after that vicious crash on lap 1. Webb, are you wet yet?
No, I'm actually pretty dry, and Ken Schrader is pretty dry too. Made the walk back to his hauler in the garage area, and you've got a commitment from a couple of guys, and you think Park and Earnhardt Jr. are trying to get out of it? What's up with that?
We're having a race at a racetrack at Peebly, Missouri, Wednesday night, sprints and late miles, and it's to benefit Kyle and Patty Betty's Victory Junction Camp gang. And we've had it planned for a long time. It's Kyle and myself and Johnny Benson and Mike Wallace and Bill Elliott and Steve Park and Dale Jr. And I told Jr. if he just didn't want to come, then he could just say so. But that was a pretty big deal to try to get out of it. But luckily they're both okay, and they'll be there. I was just worried about them when it came around, and not because of people.
Hey, Schrader, how about your buddy up in the booth?
Wally wants to know about your buddy up in the booth.
Oh, yeah. I guess I need to talk to Alan.
Hey, for the people that aren't aware, tell everybody what you got going on. It is a charity race. It is for Victory Junction, and it's out at I-55.
Yeah, it's this Wednesday night at I-55, just south of St. Louis. We're running wing sprints and UMP late models, full-blown dirt late models. And then the Cup driver is going to have an autograph session from 5 to 7 o'clock, and then we're going to do a 10-lap play race, match race with modifieds
on dirt
around intermission time. And it's just really good of the guys to commit to doing it for us. And like I say, we're doing it because of Kyle and Patty's.
Yeah, and that's your place out there?
That's at our place Wednesday. It'll be big.
There'll be a few fans there. How's your car here?
Car's pretty good. We struggled a little bit yesterday, and they made a bunch of changes, and I was stuck in the back. We did 2 tires, and we got a little bit of track position, and it doesn't feel bad, so I'm pretty optimistic about getting restarted.
Has Junior ever raced on dirt? Do you know, Ken?
Get back with me. He was there last year, and he stood up top, and he told when they asked him, he said he hadn't, but he could tell by watching him he'd be dang good at it.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Ken Schrader, the biggest promoter of I-55 Raceway that there is. That should be fun Wednesday night. It's raining here at the racetrack. Who will stop the rain? Pep Boys presents the Pennsylvania 500 NASCAR on TNT at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania, where they did a better job of putting that logo on that decal there than we did putting tires on the car.
This is true.
Yeah. Huge crowd here today. Unfortunately, they're all huddled under umbrellas because it's raining, and this race is under the red flag. Bill Elliott started on pole, and he led a pretty good chunk of the first 25 laps we ran. Let's hear from him now.
And Alan, he did look pretty good, taking the lead from Ricky Rudd. And Bill, how was your car? He obviously fell back a little bit after pit stop, so how was your car overall?
It's not bad. The Dodge is running pretty good, but I mean, we're only 30 laps in a 200-lap race, and depending on what the weather does, I'm sure it's changed. I hope we get it started back this afternoon, because I do feel like I can be better later this afternoon than probably tomorrow, but we'll see. I
heard you say on the radio you're a little bit free in the center now. There are 3 very distinct turns here, so is it free in the middle everywhere around, and did you get that corrected after the pit stop?
We pretty much got it corrected. We'll figure it out from there.
Okay, you ready for Indy next week?
I think so. We're deciding whether we're going to take this car or the other car we tested, and I hope we learned something the other day. I think we ran about 170 laps one day and 120 something the other, so surely I've learned something.
You're warmed up. All right, Bill, go ahead and get you some lunch now. He said he was hungry, so we'll send him on his way. And remember, here at Pocono, he's a 4-time winner. It's been really great here for Bill Elliott.
Elliott has had a ton of success here at this racetrack. His victories date back to 1985 when he won not once, but twice within a span of 6 weeks here. Took the June race, then came back, took the July race as well. That was in that magical season that he capped off by winning the $1 million. 1988, on his way to a Winston Cup championship, he won here at Pocono, did it again the following July. It's been a terrific racetrack for Bill Elliott over the years. Matter of fact, he had a good run here back in June also. He led 26 laps, but the engine gave out about 20 laps from the finish and took his result away.
It was only fitting he won twice here in 1985. After all, he won everywhere else.
Yeah. 11 races that year?
and the $1 million and did not win the NASCAR Winston Cup Championship.
Yep. Well, it's a shame for these fans because they've come from far and wide and they've been pouring in here since before dawn this morning. Right now, they've got nothing to do but have a hot dog and sit back and wait out the rain.
Sound like a wonderful idea to me.
You need a hot dog?
Be okay.
We'll see if we can arrange that. While Marty talks to somebody, I'll see if I can get somebody to get one for you there, VP.
Well, Alan, today is July 28th, a very significant date in the Parker family. Sean Parker is the chief mechanic for Kurt Busch's team, and his wife, Tara, 1 year ago today, got a brand new heart. She had to have a heart transplant. And, Sean, let's talk about the 1 year anniversary. How is Tara these days, anyway?
She's doing good. She's home today. Well, I guess watching it rain right now, but she's doing good. She had her yearly exam the other day, and so far everything's been good from the results we've heard.
You can smile about it now. I know it was a very tough time here this time last year. Go through that weekend with us.
Well, you just never knew what day it was going to happen, and I got that call that Saturday morning, and Jack flew me back to Winston-Salem with it, 1 year ago today, and that was the day of the surgery, and so far everything's been going well.
And you're never out of the woods when you have a heart transplant, but the 1 year mark is significant.
Well, it's a lot farther along than you were, 6 months ago, but I don't think you're ever out of the woods when you're in a situation like that. But just keep taking one day at a time, and hopefully everything will keep getting better.
And I don't know if it was a present or what, but they have a brand new pool at their house. That's what they've been celebrating in. They've been swimming, and they've been having a good time. Tara Parker, very healthy these days. Bill?
Thanks, Marty. I'm here with Ward Burton, and we're standing in the rain. We have an umbrella, but Ward's an outdoorsman, and he won't let me use the umbrella. And I'm a guy not big on rain, but that's okay. I'll hang with you. How are you?
Doing good, doing good.
Yeah, what's up with your car?
We changed a lot of stuff from yesterday, Bill, and I think we hit it in the right direction. I think we got something we could adjust on, but as much stuff as we changed, obviously didn't expect for it to be perfect, but I think we'll be in good shape this afternoon or tomorrow.
Okay, this afternoon. It's this afternoon. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely need to do it this afternoon. For sure. I tell you one thing, got to mention, glad that Steve, I know 3 people involved, but particularly Steve, glad he wasn't hurt over there.
Okay, walk me through last week, New Hampshire, your first win since the Daytona 500. How big was that?
That was really big for 2 reasons. One, the slump we had gotten in from Daytona to New Hampshire. 2, at a short track, a place that notoriously myself and the 22 team needed a lot of work at. And the Cat Dodge, man, it was hooked up from the time we got there. The last 3 chassis changes that Tommy and the guys made Saturday afternoon on 48 lap tires, we got 3 laps, and it was the fastest 3 laps we'd run the whole day Saturday. So we knew then we had a good car for the long run.
Now, did you see Tommy Baldwin celebrating like a little kid out there on pit road?
That's his hometown, man. I tell you what, that'd be like us winning a Winston Cup race at Martinsville or Richmond, and I'm looking forward to that time.
Yeah, because that would be big because you're from Virginia.
Exactly. And last time, actually, that car was good enough to win the race at Richmond. Didn't get to capitalize on it, but to the present, I'm looking forward to racing today. Let's hope we can get this thing in.
Okay, your guys got the Golden Benny. Are you aware of that?
What?
Your team got the Golden Benny Award.
What is that?
What is that?
Yeah.
Never mind. Never mind. It's not going to. It's not going to be that long of a rain delay. It is an award presented by Benny Parsons, and you know what the rules are? Whatever Benny darn well wants him to be. And last week it was because your guys had good work in the pits and good pit strategy and sent you to victory lane.
Oh, that's a nice award. I was just trying to figure what was golden about Benny. Now I know.
Oh, come on, Ward. Gee whiz.
Okay. And Bill, that opens up a lot of lines, doesn't it?
Sure does, and we won't be using any of them. I'm getting rid of him, and you know something? Looks like it's clearing down here, so we didn't even need the umbrella anyway.
There you go. Glad you're not getting wet. Yeah, a little opening here in the overcast over turn 3, starting to creep across the racetrack. That's good news.
And the jet dryers are pulling on the racetrack to start their job of drying this 2.5-mile facility. Unfortunately, it is 2.5 miles.
And you know what else is good news, Benny?
Hot dogs.
Your hot dogs here.
Yes.
Hot dogs.
The food has arrived, and so we will take a break. Come back and see if we can catch Benny talking with his mouth full after this.
The Pennsylvania 500, presented by Pep Boys on TNT, is brought to you by Budweiser. With the crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. This Bud's for you. By Team Monte Carlo, the cars more champions depend on. Chevy, we'll be there. By the Home Depot, NASCAR's home improvement warehouse. and by Visa, the official card of NASCAR.
We're live at Pocono Raceway in Long Pond, Pennsylvania with NASCAR on TNT. The Pennsylvania 500 is under the red flag for rain. We only got one lap in when a big crash knocked down about 100 feet of guardrail inside turns 1 and 2. Savage accident. Steve Park, the principal driver involved, along with Dale Earnhardt Jr. They're both just fine. That took about an hour and 5 minutes to clean up. Race to lap 25, and then the rain came down. Now the rain has stopped, but we've got some track drying to do because a lot of water got dumped on this speedway. Marty, your turn.
Thank you, Alan, and Matt Kenseth here. And let's first of all start off talking about last week. And I know that had to be very frustrating to know you had the best car at the end of the race, to know you had a shot to win the race. You're leading, looks like checkered flags in sight, and then you feel a tire going down. What was going through your mind? You pound the dashboard or something?
Nah, I mean, it's never over till it's over. You know, it was really frustrating. We ended up losing the race, but it was real encouraging how good we ran. We've never ran that good at Loudon, and felt like we had a car to beat all day, so that was a good part about it. And there's going to be days when you have the best car and things don't go right, and you're going to lose the races, and there's going to be a lot more of them days, and there's going to be days when, you know, everything goes right and falls into place and you end up winning.
So you got so mad you went out and won the late model race at Slinger Speedway Tuesday.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. Slinger Speedway is one of my home tracks, and I was running the Slinger Nationals up there every year, which is a big race. So we went up there and raced Tuesday night, and had a real good car, a real good engine, and ended up winning. So that was a lot of fun.
3 wins for you guys this season, Matt, but it has really slipped here in the last few weeks. Have you guys had team meeting, anything like that, to talk about how you can turn the momentum around?
Not really. I feel like we're doing pretty much everything that's in our control. Last week was something totally beyond our control, and you know, felt like we're good enough to win. Just had a little pinhole in the right rear tire and got a flat, so that's kind of something that we can't control. And even some of the pieces and parts that broke, felt like there wasn't anything we could really do about it, and you know, gotten all the speedway accidents, so that's sometimes tough to avoid too. So we just have to try to keep our performance at the level it's been, and you know, hopefully we can get some more good finishes and get back in there.
Now, we were talking earlier in the show and talking about how good the car was in happy hour, and I heard you screaming tight, tight, tight on the radio. Is the car not that good today?
I think it'll be okay once we run some more. I was real tight in the beginning, but we're still kind of holding our own. So I think if we get it freed up a little bit, we worked on it quite a bit on that pit stop. I think it'll be better. And this is you know, one of them places where you get real tight in big groups of cars. I think once the cars get strung out and you can find a little clean arrow there to get the front end pin, you'll be able to get going and hopefully get back toward the front.
All right, you think we're going to get it in today? I think so.
I hope so.
All right, me too, Matt. All right, the Wisconsin boy won a race in Wisconsin earlier this week, Bill, and that was at Slinger Speedway. He beat some good competition, too. Schrader was one of them.
Okay, Marty, thanks a lot here with Johnny Benson. First of all, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good, actually. Just, you know, except for this dang rain. But outside day, yeah, it's been fine.
Yeah, ribs are good?
Ribs are good.
Yeah.
Not well done or nothing.
Very good. Comfortable in the car?
Yeah, not too bad. It's, you know, it's like last time. I mean, just a little tender, but not too bad. Like I say, it's in a different spot this time. It's up front rather than in the backside, so it doesn't really hurt as bad.
Okay, how is your car?
It started off okay, then it got really,
and they dropped
really
the green.
tight. Then they dropped the green, and the thing's really tight. So we've got a couple things we're going to try to do here. And matter of fact, we did some of it here just before the red came out. So we'll get it done, and hopefully it'll be okay. We'll just have to start back.
And you're using telepathy to communicate with your crew, I understand.
Apparently they can hear me, and I can't hear him right now. So we're waving and tapping the roof and stuff like that. But we'll get that fixed too. You know, once we get going again here, I just got to swap out a radio, and I think we'll be okay. So I don't think that's going to be a big issue. But the thing is, getting the car a little bit better. I think I actually think we can get it better. We're going to keep the TV on us. We'll be changing some stuff when they come back.
We will do that. Best of luck to you. Welcome back.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Okay, that's Johnny Benson. Let's move down further in the garage area to Dave Burns, the weatherman.
Well, today I am, Bill. I play one on TV. Again, crews coming by, taking a look at the weather radar. The bad news is that there's still a whole lot of green around the Pocono International Raceway, if you can see the little arrow right there. The good news is that this all red blotches here, red and yellow, the bad stuff has dissipated somewhat, and so there's kind of a window back here if we can just get to that point, but right now it's pretty much centered over us. There's also another high-tech sort of a tool that I'm using to watch the weather here, and it's called this, and there's some blue sky up there, so I don't know. It looks 50-50 right now, and we see the sun peeking through, and the radar's kind of bad, so take your pick.
Where's your popsicle stick, Dave?
Well, you know, I was actually sending some friends out to get me some ice cream here, but I guess they didn't pull through.
You didn't have the friends you thought you had.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, I think they're all up in the booth. What did I hear? Hot dogs, ice cream, burgers. You guys are living it up there. Yeah.
Oh, living it up.
I haven't seen any ice cream here, Dave.
Oh, well, if my friends ever get to me, I'll send them up to you.
Well, we won't wait on that then. All right. Under the red flag for the second time in the Pennsylvania 500 at Pocono, but they're trying to get the track dry.
How about one of these hot dogs, VP?